I found this video, 11 easy sewing and knitting tricks for kids and adults. We'll try it out. We'll see if I can embroider one of my t-shirts. Okay, so it's a 6 simple embroidered flowers. I really like this one. Okay, so it starts out pretty easy. Just make a circle, draw a circle, and stitch 5 long stitches. And you kind of have to intertwine everything in between those 5 stitches that we made, and we will be able to get this rose. All right, well, let's see if I can do that. I looked at a few other videos on embroidery on a t-shirt, and most of the videos would show me that I would need this stabilizer, so the fabric clings to this stabilizer and it doesn't move as much, so it'd be a lot easier for you to embroider. I guess let's try it out with the stabilizer because I don't want to mess up. A lot of videos had these hoops for embroidering and cross stitching. So it kind of stabilizes the fabric, so that's good. It doesn't move as much. So kind of press it down into it, and let's try to embroider. I bought this thread at Joann's, and one pack was 52 cents. So I decided to get 3 colors. Maybe I'll put 3 roses in different colors. We'll see how it's gonna work out. I don't have a proper needle, so I have a normal needle that I would sew my buttons with, but I tried to find the largest ear and largest opening over here so I can feed through this thread. Okay, I would not be able to thread this thread through my needle, so I'll cut a piece of thread and I will split it in half. We'll see if it's gonna work. The thread has 6 tinier threads, so I'll split right in the middle. Here we go. So it worked. I was able to thread 3 threads, so splitting the thread in half. Let's make a knot. How they started, they drew a circle. I don't think I want to draw a circle. I think we got this down. What they were doing next is going in the middle, and then they were going over the string and under the string, over and under the string. I feel like if I didn't split the thread and would sew a full thread with all 6 little threads, then the process would go even faster. Looks like I don't have enough thread, so what I decided to do is go in to the other side, just like that. Let's turn this over, and then I'm going to tie a knot. I left this thread a little too short like usual. Here we go, backwards works. Let's thread a second thread into my needle and hopefully finish this rose. I'm done with my rose, and to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. just because maybe it separated my thread in half. But if you can see, I kind of patted it down, but if you can see, the threads literally like loose. Maybe I had to just add a few more strings and loop through more than 5. Maybe this rose is way too big. It started pretty nice over here because it's kind of close to each other. And when I was going further from middle, threads are just so loose and they're just kind of doing whatever they want to do. I don't know if you can see, they're just sticking out, and I have a feeling if I'm gonna wash it, it's gonna ruin itself. So what I'm thinking, and how can I salvage this? I took one string from our rose and I'm going to make a knot. These threads are not that strong by itself. Here we go. I'll be starting in, let's do in the middle. In the middle, I'll go through the top, and then I'll be threading with little stitches right into my rose. How it looks when I try to salvage this rose and secure all the threads. You can definitely see that I was doing something inside of the rose because it's not as round and nice as it showed us in that DIY. So let's go and stitch some leaves and see what's gonna happen. For the leaves, I'll be using 368 color, and it's green. I have 3 greens, so I kind of decided to go with this lighter one. Somehow I was able to thread all the thread into my needle without separating. They didn't show us how they made leaves, so we'll be improvising. Let's start by going through from the back to the front. Okay, so first leaf is done. I think it turned out pretty cute. I have finished with my second rose and looks like it's not enough, so I want to add a third rose in the lightest pink color that I have. Take the hoop off and the stabilizer, and we will try this t-shirt on and see how it looks. My thoughts about this DIY and testing. It can't work, but it doesn't work as well as I thought it would work. I told you a little bit earlier, I was kind of disappointed in how the threads are getting looser and they're just popping out of the rose, and it doesn't look as polished as it was on the video. But if you make your roses really small, it will hold the shape, the flower, and you'll be good to embroider anything you want. I found out that the stabilizer helps a little bit. It holds the fabric and doesn't let the fabric move and slide around. Maybe you can try placing your t-shirt inside of your hoop and kind of squeezing your t-shirt into that hoop, and just iron that place where the hoop was and kind of straighten everything out and make the t-shirt nice and flat. My only mistake that I made is I should have tried the t-shirt on or tank top on first before putting the roses on, just because I really want the roses to be higher than they are right now. Other than that, they look really cute. I like how leaves turned out and it was really easy and fast to make. One more suggestion is not to separate your embroidery thread, just because it would be a lot faster and it would be a lot neater looking. And just try to feed that embroidery string all the way as a whole thread into the needle, and that would be the best way to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this DIY test. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more videos like this or anything like that. Just comment down below, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all back very soon. Bye-bye.